Thank you for watching Dove Talks. My name is Koya Tompkins, President and CEO of the Community Violence Intervention Center, where our vision is to end interpersonal violence in 2 generations through safety, healing, and education. And today we get to meet one of the families who makes all of that work possible. This is Ben and Ashley Cahalan, and they have a generational story of leaving a legacy of giving. We actually met through a very generous gift. So Ben and Ashley are with us today, and Ben is the general manager of Rydell Cars, Rydell dealership, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so that's kind of how we met. So tell us about the gift you decided to give. Actually 12 to be exact. But tell us kind of why Rydell decided to donate 12 vehicles to several of our families at CVIC.
I think for us, I guess it starts with Wes. He's kind of handed down that legacy of giving. It's kind of how the company was built. One of our core values is the value of our community, and we believe in giving willingly to our community because they support us and they give us our success. But I think more importantly, though, is kind of the vision statement that Wes has for the company, which is to be so effective that we're able to be helpful to others. And Wes says that his only goal in life is to be happy, but in order for him to be happy, he needs to be helping people. But in order to help people, he has to be effective at what he does. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the legacy that he's passed down to the current ownership, Brian Rydell and his partner Greg Sorum, and they kind of instill that into the rest of the company. So why did we decide to do this? Well, there's so many needs in the community, and sometimes you can just do monetary donations, monetary things like that, but transportation is what we do. And so right. We thought, how can we tie what we do into filling a need? So why did we decide to do this? Because we know that this prevents not having transportation kind of really can be a roadblock for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to be able to help remove that roadblock if we could.
And it really is a game changer for many of our families. Many of those young people that received the cars had not driven a vehicle for a while. They either didn't have one, couldn't afford one, theirs broke down. So it really was a game changer for us. And I just love Wes's, it's so simple, like how he describes giving back, but it just resonates with me so much because it's just so Grand Forks. It's just in true form. We just take care of each other around here, which I love. It's one of the things I love most about Grand Forks.
It gives our it gives our team a sense of pride to be a part of it.
And
everybody
it
that was there was just, they were just touched.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty incredible experience.
It was such a great day. I think we're still kind of riding that wave a little bit. Kind of leading into that, you both have been very generous personally as well as the dealership, and you actually joined our Dreammaker Society, which enables CVIC to benefit from your giving in a multi-year pledge. So I'm curious kind of what prompted you guys to join the Dreammaker Society for CVIC, because you've done that personally as well.
Yeah. I guess we've seen what you guys have done. We've seen the lives that have been changed as a result of going through that. We've personally got to meet some of the folks and some of the kids that have received the help and the care that CVIC provides, and seeing that it
motivates you. You want to give more, and
yeah, you do, and you know that it's going to actually help people. I guess that's the other thing, and to be able to be a part of that, it is kind of that obligation that we feel. It's like when you are fortunate, we feel that sense of need to help others. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
You feel the same way?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things that I thought was so fun when we kind of started talking after the event was Ashley was talking about how she had come home and talk to your kiddos about the event and what you were doing at the event and what it was all for. And I was just really moved by what you shared with me, their reaction, because it's Ariana and Carter, and they're 6 and 8. So these aren't experienced youth, mm-hmm. right? I mean, they're pretty young, but I just thought it was so profound how they reacted to you. Can you tell me a little bit about that day?
They were super happy and grateful that we were able to do something as big as giving a vehicle to somebody. I mean, to them, it's like going to Disney World. It's just a huge excitement for them. And one of the quickest ways that we can teach our kids to give back is by leading by example. So that's just something that we like to instill in them. And we do often. And giving back for them can be something as simple as giving a compliment or sharing a pencil at school or just giving somebody a smile. So it's really cool watching them incorporate that into their everyday life. And
Yeah, share what Arya said. What was the first thing that Arya said when you told her?
the very first thing out of her mouth was, "How can I help?" And I just thought that was so cool for her to be 6 years old, and the first thing she says is, "How can I help?"
Yeah.
So would they be willing to talk to us today?
Yeah.
Do you think
I think they would be. Yeah. Yeah. I think they would be. You guys just stand right over here.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll want to. Yeah.
So I had a chance to meet your parents several months ago, and they were telling me how you reacted when they came home and told you about this very big gift that they gave a bunch of families and people that I get to work with. And do you remember what you were feeling when they told you that?
I remember it made me feel glad.
Do you feel pretty happy to be a part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you remember what you said?
I remember that I felt happy.
So your mom was also telling me that sometimes giving looks different, right? Do you guys have examples of how you might do that in your everyday life? Because it sounds like you do it pretty often.
I helped one of my friends when she was slow at skipping because people were laughing at her because she was slow at skipping, and I came over and said, "Do you want me to teach you how to go faster?"
Oh, I bet she really appreciated that. Carter, can you tell me some of the things that you do to show kindness and giving?
Sometimes when people don't have a snack, I share one of mine.
So you're already practicing what we're talking about today, every day. Thank you all for being here. This is really fun to talk about the other side of some of the tough work we do, the generational giving, and it's so fun to have Carter and Aria here talking about leaving a legacy of giving too. So we appreciate it very much.